Okay.
I think Joe is in first place.
Oh, we don't think. They're the thing.
No question about it.
Come on now.
Bob, in week 1, you split 2 and 2. In week 2, you matched your previous performance. So
Yes.
your total is 4 and 4.
4. Very good, Bob.
4 wins, 4 losses. Steve, 0 and 4 in the first week, 1 and 3 last week.
So he's 1 and 7.
New Orleans. Thank New Orleans for that.
And Joe, who I don't want as my bookie, Joe is 4-0 the first week, 2 and 2 the second week for a total of 6 correct predictions versus 2 misses. I started out pretty strong, 3 and 1, and last week I was 0 and 4. So I'm at 3 and 5. And Sean was with Bob at 2 and 2 the first week. Dropped a little bit last week, went to 1 and 3, and so he's tied with me at 3 correct predictions and 5 misses.
So basically, Joe is in first place.
Oh, yeah.
In second place is me.
Yep.
In third place are you and Frank and Sean are tied for third place. And Steve Burgo brings up the rear,
Holding it up.
holding up everybody else. He's the foundation.
I would say at this point, Steve will not be catching the leader.
No.
Well, if he sweeps, no, I don't think
He
so. no.
ain't sweeping.
No,
I'm telling you already. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going
There's only
to,
one that I have that he's right, and that's the Jets game. The other one,
All right, well,
He's
let
all-
me. I will act as Steve's proxy right now, and I will give you Steve's predictions.
okie
And
doke.
then after I give you his, I'll give you mine. Steve is going to go with the Jets
All right.
and the Vikings.
The Jets and the Vikings.
This son of a gun, he's got 2 wins there.
He's going to go with the Jets, and he's going to go with the Vikings.
And how about your personal pick?
I'm going to go with the Indianapolis and the Vikings.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm writing this in ink, so that you won't have a chance to change your mind.
Oh, no, there's
That's
no
all
change.
right. I thought about this way before we got on the air this evening.
Okay. And now leaves me, I guess, huh?
You go.
I'm with Steve,
Meaning?
meaning the Jets. And Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Mr. Souza.
I just want to say, guys, I love your analysis on your picks. Really thorough.
Well, all right. Well, you know what? I'll give you Steve's and my analysis very briefly.
Yeah, please do.
All right. Steve is picking the Jets because he figures he's on a roll going in the other direction. So he wants to be able to get another loss.
Another loss. That's
That's
what
why
wants.
he's picking the Jets.
okay.
That's what he told me.
I'm proud of him.
He didn't give me his reason why he was picking Minnesota.
He loves Minnesota.
I'm picking Minnesota.
You don't like New Orleans, that's
Okay.
why.
I'm picking Minnesota because I just feel that overall they're a better team than New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think they're gonna take out New Orleans. They got, a good running game, a good quarterback. Not that New Orleans don't. I just think Minnesota's a little bit better.
Yeah, me too.
Indy speaks for themselves. I mean, I know Joe, you disagree, and that's fine. But I just can't see the Jets beating Indy. I'm sorry. I mean, they're just too superior right now.
Everything is possible.
Oh,
I'm
I
telling
know, any
you,
given
the
Sunday,
Jets are on a roll. They have only one thing in mind. Play Sunday and win and move on. Don't dread on what ifs and none of that. Just keep on going.
Fair enough.
And then nobody can stop us because, I mean, we're showing it that they can't stop us, and we're not even allowing them to score on us. So we don't have to score a whole lot as long as we don't let them score on us, and that's exactly what they've been doing right along through this whole playoff thing. I'm going with the Jets all the way to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Let it be known.
May I make my votes?
Go, Frank.
Okay. I'm voting for Indiana
Frank.
and New Orleans.
All right, Frank. I was almost going to go with you there.
Okay.
All right, Sean.
Great minds think alike. I am going with my partner, Frank.
Frank.
Partner in crime back here in the control room, Frank, with Indy and New Orleans. I'm gonna play it safe and pick the home teams this week. Because apparently everything else I've been doing is wrong. I think Indianapolis and New Orleans are going to have the home field advantage, and I think that's going to be what gives them the edge over the other teams. But I think it is going to be 2 good matchups.
See, figuring on the home team advantage, the Jets didn't care they were playing in San Diego. They still won. We're playing in Indy, and we're going to win. And it's with their whole team. That way they can't use excuses that they gave us a break to let us back in. Well, guess what? If you let us back in and we bounce you out, shame on you.
In other words, you're using the word momentum.
That's right. We have a very good momentum going right now. And the two NFC teams, they both have very good momentum. I was surprised last week at New Orleans the way they came out and scored so many points, because where they've been sitting back and they lost 3 games in a row, I was very surprised. But they didn't. They came out and they were on fire, just like Minnesota was. That is going to be a big shootout.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
Want
much,
to give a
Frank.
little summation real quick?
Somewhat?
Summation.
A summation of the votes?
Yes.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
we're as evenly split as 5 people can be
Yes.
in both the AFC and the NFC.
Yeah?
We've got the perpetual maverick, Joe Moreo,
Thank you, Frank.
daring
Thank you, Frank.
to go for the New York Jets,
Yes, sir.
and it appears that he finally convinced Steve Burgo to jump on board with him. So those are the 2 Jet votes.
I don't think that was a convincing part on
Yes.
Joe's part. Steve did it for his own reasons.
Yeah, just like you said. So they'll lose because
He
he'll
wants
keep his
another
streak
loss
going.
to keep his
He'll
streak
keep
going.
his streak alive.
In the NFC, we have an interesting split between the talent and the control room. The control room is
Yeah.
back in New Orleans,
Right.
which would seem to be the conservative choice, and all the on-air talent, although Sean Souza splits his time between the 2 places, but the 3 regulars, Steve, Bob, and Joe, are all back in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So let's see who the brains of the outfit is.
All right. Sounds good, Frank. We'll know at this time next week.
We will indeed.
Then, of course, there's a week break because the Super Bowl doesn't happen until the 31st. The 24th is going to be the Pro Bowl's the 31st, and the Super Bowl is February the 7th. So there's going to be a break where we don't have to predict.
Right. Well, we can predict for the Pro Bowl.
I don't know if we want to predict for the Pro Bowl.
Why not?
I don't get it.
I was thinking about it, but
I say the
We
AF, I'm going
Just
with
for
the
fun.
AFC.
we don't have to talk
No.
about that till next week,
No.
though.
Thank you very much for your predictions, and thank you, Frank, for your assistance coordinating this
right, and doing the board.
this endeavor. Again, the number to call is 508-979-1600 here on Sports Roundtable. It's been a very quiet week.
Yeah, where are you, John?
Quiet in sports, though. Not so much quiet
Yeah.
on the phones. We'll know that in a little while, but it's been a quiet sports week. All I can say, let's see. The Celtics have really hit the skids.
Yes.
They really have. They've been losing an awful lot of games lately. Maybe it's because of injuries. They've had a lot of injuries lately. Pierce was out for a couple of weeks. Garnett been out for a while. Rondo had a problem. Tony Allen on and off. Big Baby on and off. They've had some very frustrating injuries and problems.
Yeah.
I know the Celtics will bounce back. They are a much better team
Right,
than this. But man, have they been losing games lately. I think, 5 out of their last 8 or 9 they've lost. And with a team like the Celtics, who usually win 2 out of every 3 games,
Right.
or in some cases 3 out of every 4,
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should give them a mulligan at times because of the fact they did have injuries.
Right.
But it's just that this has been a problem for them with the injuries. I don't know how you feel about it, Joe. I don't know how much you've been following this situation or not.
I don't follow the basketball too much.
Okay.
I don't follow basketball too much, but you're right. They have had a little skid. Hey, it's normal for any team to
Sure.
go on a skid for a week or so, and then all of a sudden bounce back, and no matter what, everything goes right, and they win 5, 6, 7, 8 in a row.
We have a phone call.
We have Tyson on line 1.
All right. Good evening. Welcome to Sports Roundtable. Hello, Tyson.
How you doing, Bob?
What's up?
What's up?
Nothing, chilling, listening to your show.
I'm sorry?
So just listening to your show, I got a comment on the Celtics. I think I got a reason why they've been losing lately.
Yeah, go ahead.